TV. I'm stealing the sports nuts music. It's me, Bob. It's him, Randall. It's him, Mike. It's him, Steve. We're all here. Are you? Sign up and click those links below for the best sports books in your state. And don't forget that OddsJam partner program. Where's that at? It's down there. Sign up for it too. Write it down. Okay, I want you guys to know that I do live fade outs. That's engineering at its best. How you like that, guys, huh? All right, so here's what we got going on. We are going to very quickly recap, talk about the national championship game that I know two guys that are sitting there or were crying. At least one of them was, because he had a future on North Carolina that could have won him some money, Mike, and you lost, didn't you?
Well, I mean, it was a $30 bet. It was placed, weeks before, North Carolina was even thought about, maybe in some people's eyes, winning. Randall was on it as well. Look, it was a $30 bet, man. I made enough money in March Madness. It really didn't hurt me at all. So I wouldn't say I was crying.
Okay, whatever. I guess you were just sweating. Randall, heck of a game. What a comeback by Kansas. Sorry your team lost, but you know what? Really, in all reality, Kansas was the better team, don't you think?
Oh, 100%.
All right.
And you could have gotten North Carolina, or you could have gotten Kansas, what, plus 320, plus 350 at half. I mean,
I know.
Plenty of chances to hedge any futures you had. And I mean, I had one on him at I didn't even have him as good of odds as what I could have gotten at halftime. But nonetheless, made some money on the national championship. Got to watch Coach K walk off the floor for the last time down in New Orleans, and Carolina beat him. So I'll take that all day long.
Steve, your thoughts on the championship game as you admire my shirt that you asked about earlier?
It's a sweet shirt. I just have to question how it smells. I've seen it in 4 videos this week.
Hey, Steve, I know you're in Mexico, but do you know that they have such things as washing machines, washer and dryer, do you know that?
They have those in Mexico too, Bob. What do you?
I do, but I think the odds of that shirt going through a washing machine this week is about plus 500, but I digress.
I don't know. My wife doesn't. All right. Hey, by the way, hold on. Before we go any further, where in the hell is Steve?
I'm in Rome. Can't you see by the background?
Yeah, you do us a Roman, Steve.
No, I'm still in Mexico, but actually it's a horrible day. It's raining and windy as hell. So, it's good day to be inside.
I'm glad you're inside because I can actually hear you and understand you. Kansas, the dominating team, right, Steve? Best team.
Oh, yeah. I said the line was a little bit too rich for my blood. I ended up being a genius on that. They won but not covered. But I did bet them live throughout the game, and did pretty well on it. So I was happy. Yeah, Kansas. I mean, it was like a Miami repeat, right? Like they were down against Miami, came back, same thing.
Hey, Bob. While you're showing that cup off, I think we need to lobby for your Twitter handle to be changed.
No, I'll take a new Twitter handle, but I'm not changing because you guys can't dictate everything, okay?
Oh, I mean, okay, let's make a new one. We need OddsJam Grandpa. Maybe you don't have to change yours, but we need a new one.
Okay, all right.
I like OddsJam Pappy personally, but OddsJam Grandpa's good too.
That's because you're in Mexico, and I don't even want to know what you're doing in Mexico, okay? All right, guys, we're gonna shift focus here and talk about the Masters. All right. Right now, as we speak, now Sungjae Im is back, tied for the lead with Danny Willett and Cam Smith. I'm just going to tell you guys a couple of bets that I made, and I know you guys are going to go, why aren't you tailing us? And I did to a certain degree, all right, but not completely, all right? So please don't get mad at me.
Did you get tired to make the cut?
I got Harold Varner the third in the top 30. My Koepka in the top 20 probably ain't going to hit. Zalatoris in the top 20. Adam Scott in the top 20. Jordan Spieth in the top 20. and Cam Smith as the winner. What do you guys think?
I think you'll lose money overall, but I think Cam Smith can certainly win. I think he's a live favorite right now for a reason. Koepka item top 20. He's pissing me off, and actually I have him today over Fitzpatrick, and neither guy can make a putt. But
you think I'm going to lose money on the bets I just made?
I think overall. Actually, no. You probably won't actually because Zalatoris top 20 is good. Who else did you say? Adam Scott, no.
Cam Smith to win.
If he wins, you'll be sitting pretty. I don't think he's going to win. It's going to depend on today. If he can, shoot -2, -3, he might be hard to catch. But if he stays at -4, goes backwards, I would say it's anybody's tournament. I guess
the course is playing a little tougher today.
Much tougher. If I had to repick now, I would probably take Scheffler, who I already have. So
right.
I feel good about it. But no, I wish I had Cam Smith. That was a good bet.
Well, I thank you. All right, Randall, your thoughts at all on this on the Masters?
No, I think it's been great. The crowds yesterday with Tiger, unbelievable to watch. And really, I was telling Steve yesterday, Tiger didn't put himself in position to score. Still shot 1 under. Hopefully you took him to make the cut, Bob. That was our best bet of the tournament. You didn't answer me earlier. Did you take him to make the cut?
Yes.
All right. So we're good there. But yeah, awesome to watch. Can't wait to watch him tee off. I guess is he teeing off in 5 minutes or is it an hour and 5 minutes? Coming up.
Coming up soon.
So,
Mike, I'm going to give you a shot here. I know you're not the big golf aficionado, but this is kind of interesting, though. Do you realize that Tiger almost had to amputate his leg?
Yeah, it's unbelievable that he's even out here right now. And so far, he's holding up. The worry was him walking this course. We'll see how he does going into today. But look, I think Tiger's a little hungry. And, when you looked at that interview yesterday, that you saw from him, man, he really, really showed a lot of emotion, I think, in that interview. And I think this means a lot to him. So this is unbelievable to see. And who's not rooting for him? Come on. You'd have to be crazy not to be.
I agree 100%. All right, look, here's what I'm going to do.
Can I have the floor for one closing statement on the Masters, please?
Sure. I guess you just got to change things up, don't you, Steve? There you go.
No, just one closing statement. There's a lot of people who are rooting against Tiger. A lot of people thought it was very smart to bet Tiger to make the bet. Public service announcement. If you bet Tiger to miss the cut, never fucking bet on golf again. That's it.
All right. That you had to curse, didn't you? You just have to cuss. All right. There's no reason for this. Is OddsJam Grandpa scolding you right now. And I'm gonna mute you if you do that again.
Can we change your name on the screen here too, Bob?
I guess we probably could if that's what I decide to do.
The people have already acknowledged on Twitter that they're all in favor of it.
Yeah, that was one of the most liked tweets of the week. Everyone, OddsJam Grandpa, that's sick. I love the TikTok. It's unbelievable.
The TikTok is great. It's great, Bob.
It is. And speaking of which, you need to get you a few plays out to here before too long. So we're waiting. People are ready to see what you got, man.
I'm getting ready to go to St. Louis. So can I get to my next thing here? Let's share the screen here. I want to show you guys the NBA standings, and Steve and I were just talking about this. And we're talking about the play-ins. I know that there's some room in the West, 5 and 6, and but the play-ins are pretty well set right now. For instance, in the East, nobody's going to move from the play-ins into the 6th spot. It's pretty well a done deal, right? We got 80 games. The best the Nets can do is 44 and 38. I guess. The Cavs could tie the Bulls, but I don't think that's probably going to happen. So This
No,
game,
Bulls own the tiebreaker anyway.
do they?
Yep.
Okay. So then in that case, this is set except for positioning and who's going to have the home field advantage or home court advantage, excuse me. So between this Cavs and Brooklyn game is a pretty
This
big
is
game.
it. This is it, Bob. This is for the 7th seed and a home game. Against the 8 here. So we'll see what happens, Bobby.
Who you feeling in this game, Mike?
I mean, I feel Brooklyn, honestly. I just feel like they are the team that wants this a lot more. I mean, I'm not saying the Cavaliers don't want it, but look, it's destined for this Brooklyn team to get that home game for this first play-in game. The Cavaliers have not been as good as of late. I trust Brooklyn a little bit more right now. So I'm rolling with Brooklyn in this game.
Steve, who you think? Who you got?
I mean, well, are you asking me outright or are you asking me spread?
I'm going to ask you outright, and then we're going to go spread.
Okay. Yeah, outright, I agree. I mean, the Cavs have really limped into the playoffs since the All-Star break. I mean, you know, their whole team was predicated on the defense with Allen and Mobley. Neither are playing tonight, and they may not play for even in the postseason. So I think the Nets win. But do you know what the Nets' record is in their last 21 home games against the spread? Do you have any idea?
You're about to tell me.
Take a guess. 21 games.
21 games. 17-4. I don't know.
Try 1-20. Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, so they're a team. I mean, obviously Kyrie wasn't there for a lot of those games, so that's a part of it. He's back, but I mean, the Cavs haven't lost by more than 8 since the All-Star break. So I like the Cavs plus the points. I'm going to bet that actually. But as far as money line, I would say the Nets probably get it done.
All right, so let's go and look at this game right now. So we're looking at 8.5. OddsJam perfect line -102, -110. It's pretty well normal. Are they going to? You don't think they're going to cover the 8.5, right, Steve?
Nope. I think it's going to be like a defensive game. I mean, this is like a down to the wire type of a game. Like, yeah, I like the Cavs.
All right, Randall, you got anything on this? Got feeling anything?
Not on this game, but for Sunday's game against the Pacers, just bet whatever you want to win.
Yeah.
First quarter, first half, full game. Hammer it.
Well, and this Nets Cavs game is essentially a playoff game. So
Exactly right.
I'm with Steve on that as far as spread wise. I mean, this is definitely going to be a close battle between these two teams because there's a lot on the line in this game. I mean, you're looking at getting the 7th seed and getting a home game in that play-in game. So you want that, and I think that you're going to get your first taste of some NBA playoff basketball in this matchup because you look around the schedule, there's not, that Suns Jazz game. I mean, there's nothing to play for there really, man. You're not going to see anything there. This game, there's a lot on the line. This is going to be a good one.
What's the total, Bob? I mean, I like the under here. I don't even know what the total is. Playoff-like game. I'd say the total is a little higher than what it should be. I'd take the under right now without even looking at the number.
Agreed.
No, I'm looking for that right now. How come I'm not seeing the total in this game? I must be blind.
There, I'll pull it up.
Hey, so
232.5. That's way too high.
Yeah,
Mike, I got a question for you here. Isn't this? Don't the Jazz have something to play for? Can't they move up in the standings? Or am I imagining that? Or can't they secure? So can they secure
5-6 or 4-5?
Yeah, I mean, because
I think they can maybe get the 4, but I mean they were just resting the other night. Donovan Mitchell. So they just don't strike me as playing for a whole lot in terms. If you're looking for a really good quality game, this one probably isn't it with the Suns. I mean, they were resting guys as well. You saw them get smoked by the Clippers because they're resting up. They have nothing to play for.
Yeah,
but the Jazz are a good team. So I guess you could look at from a betting perspective, maybe there is some value on Utah tonight.
Okay. All right. So let me share my screen again. I'm going back and forth here, guys. I'm having fun with this. Share my screen again. Let's go look at the play-in teams in the West, which, by the way, the Timberwolves and my boy Cat, and that's what I call him. I don't know what you guys call him, but I call Karl Anthony Towns. I call him Cat. All right. Okay.
Hey,
Always.
Hey, Grandpa, can you remove the NBA so we can see Mike? You can carry away with these.
No.
Your boy Cameron Anthony Smith.
There I am.
Bogey to start.
Do what?
Your boy Cameron Anthony Smith started with a bogey.
Yeah. Okay.
The true Cat, Bob. CAT.
Well, all I know is that he's up there, and I just picked him. All right. I got a little profit boost on DraftKings, and I picked the guy. Anyway, let's go back to the NBA here. Quit trying to change the subject. If you guys want to be the friggin' host, then be the friggin' host. Otherwise, let the host be the host, and you guys be the guests. How's that?
You got about 8 minutes, Bob.
Okay. Yep. All right. So in this tier of games, these two bottom teams just really don't belong there, do they, guys?
Well, who else are you going to put in there? I mean, you think the Lakers belong?
I'm just saying that this format that the NBA has gone to is really, in my opinion, is really stupid. Thank you, Randall. Expand upon that, would you please?
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I guess as far as tanking goes, I mean, I guess that's the idea behind it, which I guess is good in theory, but I mean, I think it's stupid. I mean, it's not stopping things from tanking. I mean, have you watched the Pacers play the last couple of weeks?
I know you're bitter, aren't you?
No. I mean, they've got their eyes on Mr. Ivy from Purdue. So I mean, right. It's not stopping teams from tanking. I mean, that's not. I mean, what are the Spurs and the Pelicans going to do if they get in? I mean, nothing.
Right, they're going to get blown out by the Suns and Grizz. Like it's totally.
But so it's like why delay the inevitable? I mean, I guess you get a couple of extra games for some TV money, but you can't tell me that the Pelicans are playing any harder than they would have been to get that 10 seed if they were. I mean, they are what their record is. It's not like they're tanking. I mean, they are what they are.
Okay, guys. Yeah. But listen to this. If anybody can, a Pele can.
Yeah. I mean, they would have been better off just taking the 16 teams in the East and West, your top 8 in each conference, and just seeding them 1 through 16. And if you had East and West meeting each other, so be it. And making it a tournament like that, because this is just ridiculous. You've got absolutely nobody that belongs. And look, how often do we see these 8 seeds make any kind of runs? I know we've seen them upset a 1 before, but come on, it doesn't happen often enough to make us really truthfully want to see teams that don't even belong in it, let alone
it's never happened since it's been a 7 series format though, right?
Go ahead, Steve. It's your turn.
I don't think an 8 seed's ever upset a 1 when it's been 7 games. That was why they changed it. Because, in the NBA, that's why series prices are what they are. Because the better team wins 99.9% of the time. Like, it took the Suns. I mean, the Suns would have been down 3-0 last year if AD doesn't get hurt. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. It's irrelevant.
Right. Well, I personally, I think it's bad enough. You're going to have 16 teams in the playoffs. Now you got 20.
Yeah, I love the NBA. They're not even really going to be good games to bet. I mean, the Nets are going to win 2 games, but they're going to be huge money line favorites in both. And the West, who really cares? I mean, the Spurs are even resting players now, and they still are going to probably make the playoffs. It's a joke.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to 2011, you have the Grizzlies upset the Spurs. 2012 Sixers upset the Bulls, and that's it.
When was Golden State over Dallas? Or did they
Were
not?
those 7-game series though? I don't think so. Maybe they were.
Baron Davis.
Yeah, Golden State and Dallas was. When was that one?
I'm not sure. No, that was an unbelievable series. Baron Davis, one of my favorite all-time players. Bob, you like Baron Davis?
The Baron. He's the man.
Baron Davis, Allen Iverson. Great.
Yeah. Allen Iverson. Never liked Allen Iverson. Never have, never will.
Why?
How great he is. I just never liked his attitude on the court. He's a hot dog and a cocky. I can't go any further. OddsJam Grandpa is going to come out, and before you know it, he's going to be talking like Allen Iverson. Practice. Yeah. What do you mean practice?
That was around 06, 07.
Okay, it was even before that then.
What an idiot.
Man, we're old. I thought that was like 5 years ago.
I got to thinking of that too, and it did. It felt like 08, 09, 2010. But yeah, I guess it was a ways away.
Yeah, 2003 is when it was changed.
Welcome to OddsJam TV, where a bunch of guys just start talking out of nowhere, and that's what we do around here. All right, look.
Hey, Bob, real quick before we go, though, you were talking about this on your morning coffee show. You're going to the Blues game tomorrow. Are you crossing the river before the game to bet it?
Mike's going with me. We're probably going to have to cross the river tomorrow because otherwise we can't make any bets. And he's been hotter than a firecracker, although last night kind of sucked.
I mean, are you betting the game tomorrow, though, that you're going to?
I don't know yet. I'm not there. Is it tomorrow yet?
How do you not bet on the game you attend in person, Bob?
I haven't decided what angle I'm going. Do I want to go the puck line? Am I going the total, or am I taking the money line?
Well, we know you're betting on the Blues.
I'll bet against the Blues tomorrow. I'll bet against the Blues.
See, now there right now is I got to mute your ass.
Hey, real quick, Bob. Serious question. Have you ever been to a sporting event that you've actually bet on? Is this going to be your first one? This will be one.
Yeah, it would be. If I decide to bet on it.
You have to bet on it.
You know what? You may fade the Blues tomorrow because they got Minnesota tonight, and that's going to be a battle.
Who do they play tomorrow, Bob?
They play the Islanders.
And it's the two teams that he gets killed by betting.
I think tomorrow you have to take the Islanders and you root for the Blues. And if the Blues win, it's great as you being there as a fan. And if the Islanders win tomorrow, you make money, Bob.
There you go.
Let me ask you a question here. All right. Let me ask you a question. The last 3 games that I bet that the Blues had played, that I bet on them, I won. Now, I had a couple in a row. I think 3 out of 4 that I lost. But you guys in
6
this
out of 7.
Mike, you don't even know what you're talking about when it comes to
it was like 6 out of 7 that you lost.
It was not. You're not.
It was a lot more than that.
And this is where you get muted. You're muted.
I remember you were up 25 units on Blues games, and at one point in the group chat, it was down to 10. Am I wrong, guys?
I was never up.
I'm pretty sure
And now he's negative.
I'm going to mute you.
Now you're in the
was
red.
never 25 units, and you know it.
Okay,
now, come on.
It was in the 20s.
All right, so here is the part of the show where they start ganging up on an old man, folks.
New live favorite, our boy Scotty Scheffler. Let's go.
Could you guys please comment below on the abuse that I take from these young pups? Okay,
young studs.
You're a pup.
Bob, you have lost so many games betting on the Blues. I don't know why you're not owning up to it. I mean,
Mike,
it's
ready
obvious.
to mute you. You're getting muted again. All right,
Tiger, awful start, bogey.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you for just jumping in there, Steve, with your play-by-play. Very quickly here, if we could, Yankees and Boston playing today. Anybody care anything about that game at all? Red Sox are up 3-2 in the top of the third. White Sox are up 3-2. Is who?
I bet the over.
Is Pujols playing today?
No.
Day off?
You know what? The Cardinals are not scheduled today, are they?
Oh no, they're not even playing today, are they?
They're not playing today. So
I heard
no,
Pujols is
to
down.
answer your question, Pujols will not be playing today. And in all honesty, the only reason he played yesterday was because it was opening day, and that's what we're going to end on. We're
Hey,
going
no,
to end
real
on.
quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, are you going to do the St. Louis doubleheader tomorrow, Bob? Cardinals in the afternoon, Blues at night?
No,
Why not?
because I don't have enough money.
I thought you were going to tell me you
You're
didn't
gonna
have
Yeah,
enough.
how- Do you guys have any
If you
idea how
tell
much
Mike
hockey?
you'd have money.
Huh?
Do you have any idea how much hockey?
If you were
tickets cost?
tailing enough bets, you'd be good to go, Bob.
If you'd have
we won't
followed
get
the
into
March-
that.
If you'd have followed the March Madness like Mike did,
I'm ready to end this.
Yeah, you messed up, Bob. You should have been tailing.
you could go to 3 hockey games.
Oh
Hockey
yeah.
tickets are expensive, though. I will give you that.
Okay. All right. Thanks for your input. Hey, anytime. Who else would like to host?
Hey, Bob, what's your Venmo? Everybody who's watching, send Bob some money so we can go to this Cardinals game. What's your Venmo?
Yeah, Bob, you'll get some donations, man. You're very loved. Everyone loves the OddsJam puppy.
Yankees,
All right.
Red Sox. Bob's got the Yankees not making the playoffs. He's got the Red Sox.
Right. I got the
over
Red Sox
Yankees.
making it. Looks like I'm right. All right. First game, baby girl. Look out.
Bob, it's the 3rd inning.
I know. All right. So, opening day. Can I just make my last point here without being interrupted by you 3 clowns? Okay. And yes, I said clowns. There is nothing like opening day in St. Louis. If you guys, God darn you, Randall. If you guys would have seen the sea of red and all of the red jackets, folks, when Mark McGuire came out riding around in that car, the stadium erupted. What they did in the tribute to Pujols and Wainwright and Molina was phenomenal. The only reason Albert was in that game yesterday was because it was the first game of the season. He is not going to probably play against right-handed pitching. They're going to do what the Dodgers did with him last year. Play him against left-handed pitching. He's a 42-year-old hitter who could still get the barrel of the bat on the ball, but not as well against right-handers that throw in the upper 90s. So
Beautiful, Bob. Wow, that was just
opening day in St. Louis, and I am proud to be a Cardinal fan for life, and I'm proud to be a Blues fan for life. Okay, and I will ride the.
Don't bet with your heart, people. Don't bet with your heart.
I don't. I bet with my head, and I've won more games than you have, son. That's it for OddsJam TV. We will see you later. You guys can get off my butt right now. Up, come on, let's go. Stop it. Bye, Steve.
Bye, Bobby.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye, Randall. Have fun in Florida. Hey, don't forget, I discovered Adam Thielman.